Hi, this is Ted, as many of you know, and today I'm really excited to do something I've never done before. Today I get to interview my daughter about her journey into writing. So, with no further ado, let me introduce to you Rachelle Dekker. Hi, Rachelle.
Hi.
I get to interview you.
Yeah.
Now, I remember many years ago when you first started writing, I always used to say to you, well, you know what, I'm not sure you want to take this journey into writing, because ultimately in writing you get to face your own demons and discover your own trials, your own angst and your own darkness in a way. Tell us how you got to that place where first of all, why did you continue to pursue it? How did you persevere, and where are you now?
I guess as probably I learned from you, I discovered early on that the best way for me to learn was to do. I've never been one who was easily taught the way necessarily. I always had to discover it for myself. I always had to face the fire. I always had to trip and stumble. I always had to scrape my knee. I tried to pursue other avenues. I tried to discover truth other ways, but I always came back to story. Although it was very discouraging to have your father tell you, not to. I think as little children, we assume that our parents are supposed to tell us, like, you can do anything, you can be anything, you can strive for the stars. And so I go to my father, who's a writer, with this grand idea, this grand proposal of writing, and he was like, don't do that. It's really hard. And as a child.
I'm not saying that was a good decision on my part. I probably should have said, go for it, do it. Just, you can do anything. You know what's really interesting for me, and I've watched your journey. Each novel that you've written, I haven't really taken a hands-on approach in teaching you, because I wanted you to take your own kind of journey and discover it on your own. More importantly, you need to go through life's journey and find yourself failing and succeeding and failing, those cycles that we go through in order to have a story to tell. What's really cool for me to see is that in many ways you're taking the baton from me. I mean, I'm obviously continuing. In fact, I feel like my career, my whole writing journey is in its own way just beginning, because I'm coming out of a very different place now than where I was even 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It's all been a journey, and those who've stuck with me for all these years know that. But to see you then pick up on these very intense issues of identity and finding the light within the darkness in a very, very cool way, it's almost like, here you go, honey, take it, run, and I get to watch you run and create these stories that are like, wow, that's so cool. It's almost like the next generation's expression of the things that I began to form in story. It's not like Dekker Light, it's actually Dekker Advanced. I'm so proud of you. I mean, seriously, I'm so excited to share, introduce them to you and you to them. So, yay. What do you think of my readers, my fans?
Well, I've gotten the chance to kind of grow up with them, which is amazing. So I'm actually friends and connected to a lot of them. I kind of feel like a fan. Like when we hang out and I go to writers' events with the Deckies or, all of the circle members, I kind of feel like one of them because I grew up reading and watching and interacting with them. I think they're beautiful, actually. I really honestly do. I don't just say that. I think they're creative, energetic, a bit crazy in the best of ways. For the ones that I've met, they're very genuine. They love honestly, the message. They're looking for the message, honestly.
If you think about it, it's like people say, people who have read and or continue to read Dekker books, that's a certain group of people. It's like, oh, you like Dekker novels.
Yeah.
Not good or bad necessarily, but it does kind of say something about them, doesn't it?
It does.
in the coolest way.
Yeah.
It's a very, very cool world because of them.
Yeah.
You're gonna love them. We're gonna see you on the road with Rachelle, hopefully sometime. Wouldn't that be cool to do
absolutely.
that? Yeah.
I feel like we would have to do that.
That would be really cool. And the thing about it, here's the cool part, is that she's actually cooler than me. For me, this is like a dream come true, even though 5 years ago I said, no, don't do that. It's too hard. But now I say, okay, enter in. You have now matured. You are now ready to take the journey into the darkness to find the light beyond and live in that light, which is really all we're doing. Should we tell some jokes now?
What are the ones that we were told last night? Those funny ones.
Which ones?
That Rachel was telling us.
Oh, those weren't even funny.
I don't have any jokes. I'm a writer, not a comedian. I don't.
Yeah, we're not jokers.
No.
The joke. What is the joke? The joke. There's not. This is B-roll right now, and so we're gonna cut all this immediately. Yeah. How the heck are you gonna manage to, follow such a master as myself? I mean, that's like, did you think who did you think, what? Are you serious?
It's going to be a struggle.
Oh, it's going to be, very high hill to climb.
Very high hill.
Oh my gosh, you're screwed from the start. Now, that was not for publication.